Hi guys, I am back for showing some new civilizations. Um, so today I'm gonna be showing you how to start with khmer, and then I'm gonna be showing you how to start with Slavs, the build orders, um, and how to place your buildings, what units to make. Um, yeah. So let's start with Khmer, and these civilizations are included in the upcoming deathmatch Rising Star Cup. So some of the players requested me to show the build order of the civs which are included in the deathmatch Rising Star Cup. So let's do this. Let's do firstly Khmer. So for Khmer, so just select your TC, produce one wheel, and then straight away make a stable, and then make a house, and then send your scout and put it on group 1, put it on group 1, and then um, there should be a one tile gap between the buildings if possible. One tile gap here, and it should be you can go with 4 stables. I go with 4 stables, and then make siege workshops as well. One tile gap if possible. Um, then make houses as well. So 4 stables and 4 to 5 siege workshops. You can make 5. And then you can group into, I group siege works into 3, stables into 2, so 2 and 3. Just press 2 and 3 and easily produce units. It's grouping is of military buildings makes things very easy for me. So and then you can send some of the elephants to rush, kill his villagers. Like, for example, send 3 here, and then send some here as well, and then some toward send some towards middle. So then kill villagers if you can. So like, make elephants, scorpions, and mix in some rams with scorpions. Rams are very powerful in Khmer War, so make rams as well. But make more scorpions, less rams. Like maybe 10 rams, 10 to 15 rams, and then more scorpions. You can also use market as well to sell some wood, maybe food, but don't go heavy on market. Because you're gonna like lose a lot of resources, and if the other guy is raiding you, it might be hard to rebuild the economy. So just sell a little bit. For example, I will show you. It's already taken by the opponent. So yeah, if it's already taken by the opponent, you can also later you can add like 3 to 4x maybe, and group Rex to 1. Whatever is whatever you feel comfortable and confident with. So yeah, this is the build order for Khmer, and I shown you the start, you know, in the previous video as well. Start is similar in every game. The start is similar. Produce one villager and then use your two villagers on one stable and one of the third villager on a house, and then send your scout and group the scout. So yeah. So for farming, I'll show you. Like you can do farming like this. There's a lot of ways to do farming. You know, I hold shift key and so like I think one farm takes like 4 tiles. So you can just do it like this. I hold when it completes the town center, it's gonna automatically go on one of the farms. So as I've held the shift key, it makes things life very easy. So yeah, this is the thing with khmer. It's and also as I mentioned before, read the map. This is the hill. This can be a very good hill. You can take or negate gold from the opponent. So this hill is important, and this hill is also very important. And you have to, you always make at least two monasteries in the start. You know, when you finish your buildings, military buildings, and just at the back, not here, at the back here. So that's it's safe. The back make two or maximum 3 monasteries. Yeah, so that's it for khmer. Let's do the other save. Let's do the other save. I hope this is helpful. But like as I mentioned before as well, this all of this comes with practice. The more you practice, the cleaner your build order will be, the faster you will become. Now let's do Slavs. Like nowadays in DE, Slavs and khmer are one of the most powerful civs now. Slavs and khmer. So, and I love Slavs and khmer also. I didn't used to love Slavs before, but now like there's cheap siege. It's like you can spam siege forever. It's very cheap. And with Slavs, just do the same thing. Produce one villager. I've produced a lot. Just produce one villager and then quickly make the Rex. I produce one villager because so that I can quickly go to send my villagers to the military building, and then select your scout and group your scout. Okay, so in Slavs you don't need to make a house in the start. Just straight away make the Rex, as it will give you 5 pop extra whenever you make barrack. So similarly, there's maintain a 1 tile gap between the buildings and make like at least make 6 to 7 racks, and then similarly 6 to 7 siege workshops, and also make some castles with it in front, like at least 2 castles, or maybe you can do 3 as well, and also make 2 or 3 monasteries as well. And remember, always use 1 villager per building. Don't use more than 1 villager. It's gonna reduce your speed. And so yeah, and produce champions. Make 1 halberdier to kill the opponent's hussar, and then make champions. And then mix some scorpions in the start to take the map control, to take the early relics, and then mix in with siege on edges. So you have to make a lot of siege on edges. Mainly you will have to make siege on edges with Slavs, maybe some rams, and maybe few scorpions in the start. And their castle units are powerful, so make castle units as well. So yeah, so make a lot of siege onagers, some scorpions, and then castle units. So yeah, that's how I play with Slavs. And then collect relics as well. I use hotkey for monasteries as well. I use hotkey for almost everything. Idle villagers, town centers. I use for stances, aggressive, stand ground. I don't use. I rarely use this one. Stand ground, aggressive, and other stances as well. I don't use the boxed one as well, as I shown you earlier as well. No attacks. I don't use this one as well. Yeah, I use patrol. So yeah, this is the build order. As you can see, it's looking pretty neat. So if there's a gap, if there's why we set a gap between buildings. We set a gap because so that villager can easily go to your. If there is no gap, for example, here, your villager will not be able to go towards TC. And if scout attacks it, or if there's a raid, paladin can easily kill your villager. If there's a slight gap, it can easily go to the town center. You can save the villager. And in start, try to make buildings close to TC, and also keep villagers close to TC as well, so that you can easily save your villagers. Yeah. And when you are in the start, when you are making units and doing stuff, also check the map as well, like which areas are important. This hill is very important, and his map is a bit exposed, so if you can make a castle siege here, you can attack from here. So yeah, so you can there could be a lot of strategies. You can make a lot of strategy depending on the map. You can make a lot of strategies. So be sure to read the map as well. And with Slavs, you can also send few champions here, like 4 to 5 champions here, 4 to 5 champions here to kill villages, raid a bit. You can send it later as a bit, like in the middle of the game as well, to harass the opponent's economy. And so yeah. And the other thing with you can also use shift click with the collecting relics. So like for example, I will show it to you. If a monk before we used to manually select monk, and then when the monk collects the relic, then we have to send manually to the monastery. But now you can just shift click, and after collecting the relic, the monk will automatically go back to the monastery like this. I've held the shift click, and then I will just set the waypoint back to the monastery. So it will automatically go collect and go to the monastery. You don't need to worry about that. So there are quite useful features now in DE, which has made a game a bit easier than before, especially for the new players. Okay, that's the build order for Slavs. Let's do the build order for Mongols. Let's try Mongols. Mongols is also in this video I'm focusing on the civilizations that are gonna be used in the upcoming deathmatch tournament for the new DMers. So let's do Mongols as well. And there's Malay as well. I will show Malay. Like with Mongols, I normally go at least 6 stables uh, to take the map control, to take the relics, and then I make like at least 3 castles, you know. Uh, like this placement could have been better, but I'm just showing you, giving you an example. You can also make 4 castles, but 3 is enough, I think. You can use other castles. For example, you can make other castle here, maybe, and maybe here as well. So you can use stone to make castles to protect your economy. So I think 3 is enough. Some people go with 4 as well to mass produce massive amount of mango dyes. But I go with 6 stables because mainly because it gives me more map control. Like if I make a lot of camels in the start, I can take hills. I can take important areas on the map. And I can collect early relics, and then also make siege workshops as well. Like at least make 4 to 5 siege workshops, um, and also try to rush a bit. Uh, Send few camels here and there. For example, 3 camels here uh, towards the left side, 3 to 4 camels towards the right side. Uh, you can also, like I'm sending in groups, you can send it instantly as well. Um uh, like if you're not feeling comfortable by sending it one by one, you can send it in groups. So it's up to you. And also when you are out of gold, then hussars, making hussars can also be very effective. Hussars plus mango dye plus siege onagers and some traps as well. And try to expand, you know, with Mongols. If you make, for example, make siege workshops here on the sides, for example, some here, because Mongols have fast siege, so you can just push from left side, harass his economy with some siege rams, and push from right side. So like siege rams are pretty good. So you can just quickly harass his economy a bit from right and left side. So it's very good to expand, especially with the Mongols. Good to expand, make some siege workshops here and there, left corner, right corner. Yeah. So this all this like this a lot like a lot of multitasking. Like it takes time and practice. So like just keep playing, practicing this build order, and you'll finally get there. And also remember, like these villages are idle. Never ever let in the start. Never ever let your villages idle like this. The villages in the start should always be working, whether making TC, whether making castle, whether making houses, anything. You know, never. This is a sin. You know, in the start to let your villages idle like this. You know. So yeah, this is the Mongols build order, easy peasy. And like gold and wood is very important in Mongols. Also make farms as well. Some farms in the start. Food economy can be very important in the later part of the game in Mongols because you will be making a lot of hussars. So make food eco as well. Like some farms in the start and then slowly add more farms. So that's it. That's Mongols for you. Okay, let me check. Uh, Let me check how much time. Okay, yep. So we can do one more civ, and then Oops. Okay. Yep. I can show you the Spanish War, Spanish civilization. It's pretty similar to the um Franks build order. With this build order, you will have to make more castle units, more conquistadors. In the start, make I do 4 stables, and uh, then 4 to 5 racks. Maybe you can add 6 racks, like 5 to 6 racks, and then 3 castles, at least 3 castles in the start. And as I told you before, you can like in Spanish, as the villages are strong, so no need to wall up your villagers. But in Franks, you needed to wall up the villagers so that you can save your villagers. So yeah, 5 racks, 4 stables. Maybe you can add an extra rack, especially if the other guy markets. So like at least 6 racks, 4 stables, and then conks. And in the long run, try to produce a lot of conks. You know, conks are pretty strong. So in the long run, like in the start, just make paladins and halves, but don't continue making paladins. Uh, Make conks instead. Conks are very powerful. If you master a lot of conks, they like eat paladins. So paladins can't do much. If you make a lot of conks, and also you need to make some siege as well. Like make 3 to 4 siege workshops. Make some siege rams. They can be very effective as well. And you can also add in some onagers to snipe maybe some conquistadors. And you can also add in bombard cannons for defense. So onagers and bombard cannons are a good defensive unit. You can use it to defend against trebs and also against rams. So yeah, this is the build order for Spanish. So yeah, it's like building like just you need to practice a bit. Always set some back gap and always try to make no, this is a bit far, just make it like here, stable, like closer to TC, 1 tile closer. I've made it 1 tile farther, but make building as closer as possible to the TC. So yeah, this is the Spanish for you. Don't forget to make monasteries as well. Yeah, so and also like you can also group units, group conquistadors or maybe bombard cannons. Like I normally just use my scroll speed. I've set my scroll speed to very high, and so that I can easily navigate around the map. So I don't use grouping for units. Sometimes I group, but normally I don't group units. So I just use the fast scroll speed. Okay, yeah. So that's it. That's your Spanish civilization. Let's go back. So yeah, that will be it for the time being. I'll be uploading this video on the YouTube, and I will be adding some more civilizations. Maybe on Friday. Maybe on Friday this week I'll be adding more civilization for the upcoming tournament. And please share your point of views, give me feedback if you want. I received good feedback from my recent video, and it helps me a lot. It helps me a lot to improve the content and to add some new things in it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Take care, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope this will improve your game. Take care, guys.